Hey everybody, welcome back to Groundhog's Garage. My name is Jim. Hey, let's take a look at my latest project here. This should be a pretty quick one, maybe a little fun, but I found this on Facebook Marketplace by accident because I wasn't really looking for this, but some guy was moving and he needed to get this out of his yard, so a little drive later and I brought it home. So the only problem with it is, and it's in there somewhere, it needs the pull cord fixed, and he said the carburetor needed some work. But for the price I got it for, and I looked up the pieces, it's not really expensive. So I'm going to pull this out of the car and we'll take another closer look at it and maybe see if we can get it started. Who knows? But it's intact. The brake's there on the other side. All the cables are there, and you know the top of the seat's eaten or gone, but it's been sitting outside a long time. But the stickers are still on it and hasn't been too hacked up, so chain's kind of rusty. But we can oil that. So let's see what we got. This thing's tiny. I looked up the specs of this earlier, and that's like a 2.8 horsepower engine. It was a 97 cc's, so it's a tiny one. But you can see it's got the brakes, and he said the carburetor needed some work, so we'll see what the fuel line, what happens when you put gas in it, all that kind of stuff. And throttle cable works, and it's got the on-off switch. I'm assuming that's what that is, and the brakes work. So let's see if we can get this going. So this has been sitting outside for a while. This is all kind of coming apart, but that's no big deal. No gas, so let's put a little gas in it and get started with that. I think the clutch is hanging up a little bit, but that shouldn't be too surprising since it's been outside for so long. Alright, let's get some gas in it. So we're having some trouble with this clutch. It's dragging the motor when I try to move the bike. So I'm going to take it off. It's probably rusty in there. So I'm just going to take it off to see what we're looking at. So if you guys out there are watching this video and you have one of these, what should I know? What don't I know? Oh, look how easy that come off. Yeah, it's a little rusty. I'll just clean that bushing up a little bit. It should be okay. That's better. I'm going to clean the bell, or whatever you call this, the outside of the clutch. Should I put this on first? Probably. There, now it should roll without trying to turn the engine. Okay, so if you haven't done this before, there's the air filter, the back of it, and it was on the studs, and then when I took off the faceplate, it loosened the whole thing, so it just slides right off. So, alright, I'm going to put it up on the bench here and we'll take this apart and see what's going on here. Too bad the exterior is not indicative of what we might find on the inside. I sprayed it off and cleaned it up a little bit, and where's it at? This speed adjustment screw is all hogged out, so that's an issue. And I don't know, we'll take it out of there. Maybe I can find a different one. Let's start here first because this is where it was leaking. Maybe there's just some O-rings in there that can be replaced. What's the name of the carburetor? It's a, is that Yimba? It's either a Y-I-N-B-A or a V-I-N-B-A. Guess I'll have to look it up. If you know, save me the trouble of looking it up. Diaphragm down here. Sorry for the light. Move it back a little bit. There's a rubber diaphragm back here, and it's probably got probably worn out a little bit or dirty, and it doesn't seal against the bottom to keep the gas from flowing through. That's nice and flat, but when you turn it, it should. You probably see these on cartridges in your plumbing. There's like two little O-rings, and then when you turn it, it'll let water flow, but when you turn it the other way, it shuts it off. So let's get a little, yeah, it's, I don't know if you can see it, but there's, it looks a little worn. It might be hard to see in the light, but there's like a, oh, it's rock hard too. So there's that, and it's dirty in there. Can you see this? See how that's all beat up there? That isn't helping. This definitely is shot. It's hard. So that needs replaced. I don't know if I can get this out. They kept turning it till it wouldn't turn no more, and then they turned it another turn. So yeah, there's some dirt in there. Dried gas, I would imagine too. But the float's clean. I don't know, this might be, if I can just find that piece right there and clean it up a little bit. If I might be able to find just this flat washer right here and clean it up a little bit, this might be okay. Of course, when I looked it up, a new one was like 12 bucks. So I don't know, we'll see what we can do. We'll see how readily available parts are and how expensive they are. I just did a lube oil filter on the engine here. I didn't really know where the drain plug was, so I just took that cap off and poured it out the front, put a filter on it, and we're good to go. So I don't have the carb yet. And earlier I said I ordered a carb and a rebuild kit, and they're on their way. They're racing each other here. But I thought if I sprayed a little starter fluid in there and gave that thing a crank, we could see if this thing fires up. So I thought I'd show you, bring you along. You can see what happens with me. We're just going to use a little shot of brake clean here. see what happens. It's got an on-off switch. I don't know which is which. It doesn't say. I wonder if I'm turning it the right way. Yeah, it's turning the right way. Oh, nope, it's not. It's turning the wrong way. Duh. Let's go to a higher speed. I think I might have heard something there. Oh! Oh! Did you hear it? She fires. Well, we have sparkage. Amazon dropped a package off today. I wonder what I got. Oh, Dairy Queen. I better use that. Let's open it up, because I think I know what's in here. Could it be a carburetor? It's hard to do that one-handed. What it is, my carburetor. Oh, it even came with some fuel line. Fuel line. Let's see what other goodies. Maybe it came with some gaskets. Oh, look at that, all shiny and new. Looks just like the one I took out. Let's go put it in. Maybe we can go for a little ride before the night's out. There we go. Goes like that. I need to find the rod for the governor. Okay, I got the fuel line on, the new carburetor, the air filter. I'm not going to clean that green thing, I'm just going to replace it. But yeah, let's put some gas in this, and I think we're ready to give it a go. Let's give it a little shot of the good stuff. How about that? That purrs. think I'm too fat. I looked up the specs. I mean, it's 2.8 horsepower, so it was meant for somebody, it said up to 150 pounds, and I'm a hair over 200. So I have to decide whether I should just sell this one and get a bigger one, which I think is what I'll do. And runs good. Yeah, when I'm off of it, lifting the rear tire, the thing screams. So yeah, I think I'm just too big. I put the original carburetor back in the mini bike. It runs a lot faster with that carburetor in it, so I'll show you. Doesn't idle as well, but boy, it flies. Or, well, with my fat butt on it, it flies as much as good as it can, I guess. It's so much fun. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I got some parts coming from it. The recoil that I fixed, the pull cord broke again, so I'm not even going to mess with it. I ordered a new one, should be here any day now. I got a new air filter coming. I've got the idle where it should be, so now it doesn't stall. I have to actually physically turn it off. I got a spring coming for the kickstand over here. This rope isn't cutting it, and I think we'll try to do something with this seat. I got an old seat bottom from the Escalade left over, and I think that will make a perfect cover for that seat. We'll just take it off and staple it on there. We'll see how that works out. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you like this kind of stuff, hey, click on subscribe down below. I'm going to put the seat cover on it. We'll get the parts on that I've got ordered, and I'll probably put it up for sale because it's it's definitely fun. But I'm going to sell this one. Some kid will have a lot of fun on this, and I'll get a bigger one, just a little bit bigger. I've got a Honda 5-horse. I'm debating whether to put it on there, but I think I'll save that for another project. Somebody that weighs 100 pounds will have a lot of fun on this bike, and that's good enough. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Have a great night. Come back to see me how the recovered seat looks, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, take care.